This is the Real Hustle.
Welcome back to This is the Real Hustle podcast. I'm your host, Tanika. And if you're new here, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. So, as you guys can see, I have an empty space here. Dun, 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 which means I have a guest. And the guest I have today is special to me. It's, well, I'll introduce her when she comes. Today, I'm going to talk about her seeing me go through like depression, her being there, how hard that was for her. Um, we're gonna talk about motherhood, um, friendship, and just how to be, hold space for each other when we need it. So, without further ado, welcome our guest. Her name is Ashley. Hey y'all. Talking about some hey y'all.
Really?
They go, oh, hey y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Hey y'all. Welcome to this.
Say.
Hi Ashley. Welcome to This is the Real Hustle podcast. How you feeling?
I feel good.
Are you afraid?
Nervous. Not nervous, but like it's the camera. Not
Okay, so one more. Did that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Or do you need to go like this?
I think I can skip that
Sure, because I can hold your hand, I can throw it to you, and then you can throw it back. I really ain't good at it. Are you down or not?
part. There, I did.
No. You gotta grab my hand. Then I'm gonna. Oh shoot! We hit the camera.
Nice.
See, I always mess it up when it come back. Okay, screw it. All right. So, first thing that we do when I have a guest is do icebreakers. So this should make you feel comfortable. All right. So, you ready? The first question, and these are, don't think, you just pop it up.
I'm, wait,
Yeah, you okay?
I'm like, what do we censor this? Because
Yeah, we
the
can.
first thing that comes to my mind might
Yeah, we know. God dog. And you
At
just
least-
choose that. Okay, listen. First thing you got to say it. All right. So, what's something small that brings you big peace right now?
something small that brings me.
I know the question. I mean, I know the answer. Go closer this way.
What is like?
Hey, you trying
Okay.
to hide? Come on. All right, there we
Okay.
go. I told you can't think about it. It's
Okay.
quick.
Somebody washing my hair for me. That's a small thing, but it brings me peace. But I got a lot of it.
That was shade. That was shade.
But you called it out, not me.
Okay, whatever. We'll talk about that another time. Okay. All right. What's a song that instantly lifts your mood no matter what?
Don't you worry about a thing, Tanisha Kelly.
Sing it.
No.
Don't you worry about a thing.
You should let her do that.
Is that the one?
Mhm.
Hey, hey, hey.
I don't know, something about it. It just makes, well, my nephew loved it from the movie Sing, and that was like our
Oh,
thing.
that was the pig.
The elephant.
The elephant. Oh, okay.
It just makes me remember that moment.
I'm
But
sorry. Excuse me. Okay, do you want to hit it? Just don't you worry. Fine.
I'm
All
cool.
right. Okay. When you're stuck. Okay, no. If you were stuck on an island, what three things would you bring? No kids allowed.
Dang, because I was about to say my baby, what she needs.
Nope.
What three things? Something to put my hair up with, so a hair tie.
If you were stuck on an island, you want a hair tie. Okay, continue.
Yes, because you know how like crazy island is. You see how much hair I got? Like something
Yes,
could
I
live
do.
in my hair, and I wouldn't know, so I would need a hair tie.
Okay.
Fire starter and a knife.
That's good there. I can understand that. Okay. What's your parenting style in one sentence?
Natural consequences.
A sentence.
That was natural consequences.
You did good. I thought you were gonna give us more. Okay.
Oh, I can. Like I just believe that like we can talk about it, but you're gonna make your choice. So whatever that choice is, you'll know both the consequences, and you gotta sit in it. I'm gonna sit beside you, but you gotta sit
Yeah.
first.
Whether
You
it's
learn
natural consequences or just, life.
life, yeah. Like you learn better that way.
Pretty good. Okay. What's something people assume about you that's not true?
That I'm not shy. I'm extremely shy. I just have always
Me
had to
too.
not be, so I can perform really well on
So
camera.
basically, you be faking.
No, I just get over it because why would you love me?
Okay, so again, you're shy, and then you be around people and be faking like
No,
that's
I
not what
just
you're saying.
I accept that it is what it is. I swallow the shyness. That's why I tell myself, why wouldn't they love me?
Pretty good. Maybe I should say that because I'd be shy, but I'd be like,
I'll still
type.
go. I'll still do it.
Okay, so one more. Name a parenting tip that sounds wow but actually works.
Uh, okay, so it goes with the whole like gentle parenting thing,
Uh-huh.
but not so gentle. Like I'm gonna give you a choice, but there are two choices that I want. I'm not allowing you to make that kind of big choice, but you can still feel like your voice is being heard. But from within the thing, and I
Yeah,
think that that whole thing, like people think that you just go and do whatever, and it's like no, it's still boundaries there. You need
healthy boundaries.
to.
Yeah, so that way you know if you cross them, you did it on your
Yeah,
own.
I'm still teaching you how to make a choice, but controlled environment.
Okay, that was an icebreaker. How you feel now?
Better.
All right, now that you feel better, you ready for this? Oh goodness. Okay, so again, this is my friend Ashley. We've been on each other for years.
Yeah, over 10.
That's a long time. That's insane. I couldn't remember how long, and it don't even matter how we met. However,
It is what
but
it is.
anyway, yeah, it's been over 10 years. That's crazy work. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so is there anything that you want to say? Like, introduce yourself to the people, or was my introduction good
It
enough?
was perfect. I am
Here
who
she
I
go.
am.
She's
That's it.
shy. Okay. All right. So we're gonna talk about friendship and when I was in depression, like what that was like. Okay. So, well, what was it like? Seeing me go through like that depression and being in that space. What was it like for you? Like seeing me and being my friend. You know what I mean? Like and being there. Like what was it?
It was a
Yeah.
lot, honestly. Like,
I'm sorry.
I mean, not in a bad way, like, but it was because how do I help you? But you won't say nothing either. So, like, trying to find a way to be there for you while you don't want anybody there was
So
a
go ahead.
different thing. Like trying to navigate that while being in the thick of it. I think if I had known ahead of time or had the tools ahead of time, I wouldn't have felt that way that I felt. Um, and then I had to also remember like not to take something.
It's crazy because I was gonna ask you that. So I was you kind of answered one of the questions I was gonna ask you. Like, did you feel helpless when I was in that space?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just
Extremely helpless because it's like I can see it, I can hear it, but also I'm a person that I like to be left alone when I'm in a space. So like, but I don't want to be left alone. So like, you
most
get what I'm
definitely,
saying? Like I
yeah, yeah,
don't leave me alone, but don't leave me alone. So it was like, how do I do that? But I feel like people don't understand you gotta love a person where they want to be loved. So I didn't 100% know how you wanted to be loved in that
yeah. And
moment,
yeah, I couldn't even
and then
tell
you
you.
couldn't tell me.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it was like you was in the thick of it, so you couldn't tell me, and then like you don't know yourself, so it's like okay.
was that your first time seeing me in that low? I don't think so.
Um,
Well, no, yeah, because when Duran passed away, I was away.
yeah, you were away, and then you would. We at a different place now. Like before, you would like kind of isolate yourself, whereas it's like now, no,
Yeah,
you can't do that. Like,
yeah, you don't let me.
no, I don't play like that. In the cellar.
I'm just okay. Wait, so like okay, so you know what it looks like when I'm depressed. It's like you don't know what to do, how to help me. But what it like when I'm manic, you know what that's
Yeah,
like. I feel like you experience that more than
definitely
the
more.
depression
Mm-hmm.
space, huh? What would that be like for you? What did that feel like?
I just be like, Lord, this woman don't ever stop. Like you driving me crazy. You are on my nerves. Like this makes sense. Why would you do that? You know you gotta sleep, right? It just be like,
But
looking at
then
you.
like I don't even. It's not something that I can control.
I
It
know,
just
and you were
happens.
going through it, but I try to like catch those moments where I'm like, hey, like
Is it
relax.
overwhelming for you?
Not overwhelming. I do carry like a little bit of worry in those moments. Not because I think
Yes, I was about to
bad,
ask you
but
why.
it's because like I know that you can't control it and you'll push yourself to limits that would break anybody's back. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen you go. I know that this is where we are. Like, how can I take something off? I instantly start asking, like, remove it so
Ooh,
that way you
and I
can
be
have a
like,
second to
nope,
sit down.
nope, nope, nope.
And then I
I'm
just be
good.
like, hey, I took care of it before you could
Getting
get
on
to
my
it.
nerves, y'all. I was about to ask you something and you made me forget. But like, what made you not leave? Like, did you want to step back sometimes? Like when I was in that space and kind of feeling like I
Mm,
was acting like you said you had to learn not to take it personal. But was it ever a time where you felt like you needed to step back and just like in that space, like I don't like, do I want to? I need to move or I don't want to move, but
yeah.
like she need me, but I don't like. What
This
did it?
last time
Yeah.
was like,
Excuse
okay.
me.
Um, but it came off at first as me taking it personal. I had to step back and be like, okay, I'm not the issue.
Right.
And once you, I feel like for me, once I realize that I'm not the issue and what the issue is, I can help attack it a whole lot better. I can see it from a different side. I can handle or withstand whatever the time frame is better than just like wondering and not knowing. So it's like, okay, well, ooh, I tell people all the time, tell me the whole story.
But
Let me
what in
choose.
that space I couldn't
I
know.
understand. So
Yeah.
it's like, but I also didn't know like it had started. If I know that it had started, I would have been like, okay, this is probably what it is. But it was a lot going on all at the same time, and
Yeah,
you
I
couldn't
couldn't
catch
even.
it. Like,
Yeah, and it's like it just happens. You know what I'm saying? And then I've been told, like you crazy. You know what I'm saying? People always judge me based off of being in that space. So I never say nothing, and people will see me spiral or go down, and like, what's wrong? But then when I tell them, it's like I'm treated different. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you would see me in certain spaces, but seeing me in that space, like,
mm-hmm.
did it make you wanna, like, what made you wanna stay like this? What was it that would not let you like leave me? Like, no, you ain't isolating yourself this time, because she was, listen, y'all. I was messed up, but it's like, lady, leave me alone for a minute. Like, and not personally. It was just like, I don't know. I don't know. So look, we developed this thing. I'm gonna be all the way honest. So we ended up saying, I don't know how we came up with it, but it was
We
like
needed a code word for like
code
the
word.
moment you're dealing with.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was crazy because in that space we came up with that. Like we had a conversation and she hadn't seen me that bad. Like she knew, of course, that I had, I was bipolar or whatever.
I
And
feel like
she, sorry y'all. Listen, y'all, her hair down her back and
it's big and it's a lot.
she, excuse her. Listen, ma'am.
I ain't never had nothing nice,
Oh,
y'all. No,
oh, please. Please. So wait though, so we came up with the we had a conversation when I was actually able to, or just bits and pieces, and we talked about friendship, and then like what you needed from me, what I needed from you, and in that moment, what, like me being in that space, what could help, like what I just listen, y'all. Most people run. It be some people that try to be there, but if I don't communicate and I back up and I'm distant, people don't reach out. People don't be like, "Hey, you okay?" Because if you, this is the part that drives me crazy about like having a mental illness or being sick or isolating myself to figure stuff out. It's like people that I love, they don't even reach out when they notice a change. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold up, she ain't being regular. Instead of being like, let me make sure she okay. Because as a friend for me, I'll reach out. Now there's been times where I haven't been the best friend when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? And I acknowledge that fact and apologize to the friends that I do have because I didn't realize, I didn't know healthy boundaries. I didn't really know how, I knew how to be a friend, but I didn't know how to like really, I should have been asking what my friends need. You know what I'm saying? And that's the conversation that me and Ashley had, was like, what do you need for me? And what do I need? Even in that space, even though I couldn't say much, it was just like, I feel like it was kind of like, without saying like don't leave. It was like, I need you. Even though I didn't actually use them words. You know what I mean? So what is something that you wish, I wrote this down, hold up. What is something that you wish people understood about supporting someone with like bipolar disorder or just mental illness in general?
That I wish they understood, like to be the caregiver or the person.
Either or both.
Okay, so for the caregiver, don't take it personal.
Caregiver, don't care.
I
I
mean,
ain't
not
in
a
no nursing home.
Well, it's you still caring for somebody. You love them.
I just don't
Okay,
put me in a nursing
for
home
the
when I'm not
person
there.
who is trying to,
Or being there. Don't you
yeah,
know?
for the person trying to be there, don't take it personal. Remember that at the end of the day, it's all love. Like I feel like when I love you, I mean that, and tripping. So like, it is what it is. Like, this is what we on today. Okay, I know that. So this is what it is. Like, it sounds bad, but like acceptance. Like, I know that this is a part of you. Yeah. So because I know that this is a part of you, I I don't walk around expecting it, but I know that it could come up, and it's already built into like the relationship, my dynamic, how I feel, right, what I think about, or whatever. Not in the sense of like I don't ask you about that kind of stuff. I make a point not to do that because I feel like that's what everybody would do to me. Yeah. I treat you like a person, essentially like a person.
All right, hold that thought for a second. So, we skipped over what we came up with when we had a conversation was like mental health check,
wellness check,
wellness check. That's what it was, wellness check. So if she ain't heard from me, or sometimes even if she did, she'll send a text, be like, wellness check. And sometimes I don't have the words to say, I can't text back. So I send her pictures. Like
52.
Yeah, just because that's how my emotions are all over the place. I'm talking about I'll send pictures.
I'll be like,
but you get it. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? That she always be like, okay, that's where we are. So, you know what I mean? Just not diving too deep and she don't overwhelm me. It's just like, okay. Like, and she'll say something that not necessarily make me feel better, but it's like, I'm here. I get it. Yeah, like, you all over the place right now. You're going crazy. I got you though.
Like I'll laugh at them because sometimes I'm like, "Oh, you wild for that." Like,
but that's
or
how
I'll
I be
send one back
feeling.
because it's like, I mean, yeah, that's what it is. Like
sometimes it's kind of like I'm sitting all these and she's sitting one back. Okay, cool, got you, cuz
the Homer Simpson one, cause like, yeah,
hey, boy, that's the one that I hate the most. When you be like, but well, it's like, yeah, let me make her laugh real quick. That's how it be. I appreciate that though, because yeah,
I want to hug you. I'm gonna make you laugh.
I appreciate that. So going back, like, so what would you tell a person like when, like, what would you tell them how to handle a person like that? Or I guess do your research.
Definitely do your research. Listen to them. Essentially, like they'll tell you. You've told me what you need, what you like as a person. So it's like, you're still a person in those moments. You just are on the screen. So sometimes I might need to love you a little harder because you're pushing everything away, but you still want it. It just got to come right. Or you that comes with the time limit.
Turn this a little bit because we gotta make sure in the mic down. She's trying to run from the mic. Yeah. I don't want that thing close to my mouth. Sorry. We're leaving that. We're leaving that there. Okay. We're leaving that there.
Move the mouse. Did the computer die?
Anton, did you? Are you moving the mouse?
Oh, okay, cool.
All right.
I've been wanting to deal with that for a minute.
Okay. I don't know where was we at though. Oh, telling people what to do. So you told them to. What did you say? Just repeat it. We can cut that part out. What would you tell people? Like how to deal with somebody with mental illness. You said we were saying do your research.
Oh yeah, they'll tell you. I mean I've looked up stuff about what you tell me because I want to know too. Like, what are coping skills? How can I be a better person in your life to help you do that? It's difficult. I mean, we all are people. We all have feelings, emotions, and it's hard to catch that sometimes. This is what I look for. Because I didn't know what to look for. I mean, it's a part of who you are. So that was what
I
you, who
felt
you
that.
are.
I felt that sometimes too. Like she don't know what to say, but she like, I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
showing up
like
anyway.
I'm just sit over here in the corner,
Yeah.
but I don't tell me what to say, Ray.
No.
Like, tell me what to say, Ray. 'Cause I don't know.
He got on my nerves.
But then I'm just like, I'm a I'm a loving person. So like, if something is bothering somebody, I will like my instinct is like fix it. So in the moment, I'm either gonna give you a hug or I'm gonna make you laugh because those are two quick things that will change
Right.
the trajectory of how we going right
Hey,
now.
you most definitely. I thought I was a fixer, y'all. She most definitely like. Okay, and it's so crazy because this lady over here will hear me talking or saying something, and then next thing I know is, oh, here I did this, and I'm like, will you stop? Because if I feel like certain stuff, I'm like, don't do that because I pride is a pride is a hell of a drug. Like for real, you get on my nerves. No, not. But it's just like pride is something that you really got to work through, especially when you used to doing everything on your own. It's like I can't accept that. Independence, them together is
Into
insane.
pride.
Into we came up with a new word, into pride, and the definition of into pride is I'm gonna let her tell you independence
and pride.
Because
they're too big and they go together.
And into pride means when you are used to being independent and your pride won't allow you to receive help or ask for help. And so I would encourage people, even if it's not mental illness, if you're just somebody who always the strong person, always who won't, you know what I'm saying, who do everything for everybody else and you need something, I encourage you to say something because if you don't, how can your friend help you? Or yeah, for real though.
No, but for real.
Yeah, like you have to in order to get that help. And so I feel like, like, yeah, I would say don't take it personal. Don't take nothing personal. See what your friend need. And if you can't help in that moment, just still be there because it's like we don't know how to say it. And it's like, I just need you here. Like give them some kind of cue, like how we do. Like she'll know if I like, hey, I need y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or based off my pictures, she know where I am and she know how, like, okay, this is how I need to handle her right now. Or okay, let me leave her alone for a second because I see with these emotions or these pictures, this is how she feeling. So that's another thing y'all can do. Like use our tactic. Send a like, hey, wellness check, or just be like, you good? And if you don't have the words to say, send a picture. Send I forgot what they just them little gifts. Send a gift and let them know. And y'all need to know your friend.
We didn't
your friends
music before. Like
yeah, we have.
It's whatever you feeling at that moment that kind of gives you what it is without having to say it all.
Yeah, and so I appreciate you. Thank you for being like holding that space for me and being there because it was tough. And a lot of people, not to be bashing other people, like they run. You know what I'm saying? And they don't realize like I'm not doing this on purpose. Like I still need you right here, even if I can't say it. You know what I'm saying? Like don't over. You said what?
You'll eat this couch before you say I'm talking
about tear them up, But I'm learning. But say I'm not getting better with it.
You are.
Yeah, she don't let me not get better with it. It's like, listen, lady, I run your life. You don't run mine, and you know it. So
drag you right on into submission.
You really don't. It be like forced.
Yeah, it's a drag, but it's like, come on. I mean,
I don't be appreciating it though. Sometimes it's like, will you stop? Listen,
and I'll be like, yeah. Once we get over here, I promise you,
I always end up giving it because it's just like I know that you don't mean like you're not gonna be like, hey, I did this for you. Because sometimes when strong people or it don't even have nothing to do with mental health. It's just like I don't want to hear you talking about it afterwards. I don't want you to be like, I did this. You remember when you was and I did this for you, like as a guilt trip or to throw it in somebody's face. So and I had that done to me so many times. It's like I don't. It's like nope. I'm cool. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna go through this on my own and not ask. And she just like, you don't got to worry about that with me. I got you. So
like, that's why I make an effort to like just do it, and I feel like that has helped you as well because like not that you expect anything. I don't take that back. you can expect it. You can expect things because our friendship allows you to, and people don't understand that in relationships you're supposed to expect something from somebody. Yeah. It is okay to do that. But I mean in like a negative way where you're like, yeah, if you if you say you need something, you're not telling me that for because you're trying to con me just into venting. Getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just venting and processing out loud. Yeah, I heard the need. I heard the concern. I chose to be like, okay, well then I'm gonna do this because this will take something off your plate. But I know 100 times out of 100, if you hear me say the same thing, you're gonna do the exact same thing. So it's like,
this ain't tit for tat though. I do it because I love you, and I want you to be okay.
Exactly. So it's the same thing back. So it's not tit for tat, but like I tell everybody, anything you do is transactional. Absolutely. It don't have to be point of service where I gave you money, you gave me food or whatever. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, I do remember the last time you were there for me. So this time I'm gonna show up for you.
Hate when you say that.
It's not not a tit for tat thing, but I say that in that manner because we all have our own lives, right? So if I am trying to go get my baby from daycare, the phone won't stop ringing, blah blah blah. But then you say you send a gift that like you need somebody right now. All of that goes out the window because of the simple fact that you would do the same for me, or you've done the same for me. So you earned that.
Like, I hate to say you right. Sometimes I like get on my nerves. But honestly, it was moments where like I didn't want to accept it, but it was like, thank you, God. You know what I mean? Because I would be praying or God know what I need. Even if it's a conversation or a text, like, okay, I need to process. And she allowed me to process. And even if she don't know what to say, she allowed me to go down a rabbit hole, but then bring me back out. Like she don't allow me to stay in that space. When I'm like my mind is racing, she'll listen to it. I'm talking about, I don't even know how she do it because I be all over the place. But then she actually, everything I say, it's like she dissected and make sure she hit every point to ensure like I hear you. Let's tackle this first, and then let's tackle this. So like I literally appreciate you do that very very well.
And I read a book called The One Thing, and that is how I process now. Is what's the one thing on your list that if you get that together, it'll help everything else get together. Yeah. So that's how I do. I'm like,
it works.
What can we tackle first?
Facts.
And then the satisfaction of knowing that you like accomplished something helps you process. You feel it's like you literally are lifting the weight off yourself.
Well, I'm talking about it. Be feeling like sometimes like, okay, I could take this bag off my chest. It's a little bit lighter now. But I appreciate it. But it do be hard to accept it. But you most definitely have a way of like reassuring me that I got you, and this is not that. I ain't one of them. Yeah. Like I love you for real, and I'm doing this because I want you to be okay, and not just because you'll do it for me, but even if you can't, like even when I can't, like you are literally there, even in silence. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know what to say, or it's still like, okay, like you'll give me a second or give me some time and you may check back in that day, or you just, it's like she just know. And it's a good, if you have friends that are going through stuff, like mental health is real. Like and these things we go through a lot, but not even just that. Having a friend that you can talk to, and like even if y'all had differences, like acknowledge them, take accountability, and also hear your friend out, and see what she need and see what and vice versa. And that's what we did. And I feel like ever since we had that conversation, and it opened up doors for us to have other conversations too, which also helps our friendship. And instead of it just being like friendship, like this is my partner, this is my dog for real, like my I would say my personal, a part of my lifeline. You know what I'm saying? Because she ain't never left me. She literally, no matter if I get mad, if we have a disagreement, whatever, she always there. And I don't really want to go too deep into like a partner, but y'all know what it means. It's somebody who we look out for each other, we help each other through whatever
you think it means.
Yeah, go like no, seriously, because we most definitely make sure each other is okay. And it's like, and it's not like let me figure. It's subconsciously because we know what each other need. We do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we a team, and so that's why I'm like, it's my partner. Like if we was playing spades, I'm like, and she like, mm. I feel like everybody should have at least somebody that they can go to, like you know what I'm saying, to be that person, because it's easier once you allow that person in and really like to help you and y'all help each other and y'all really like, because we be like right here. Sometimes we don't, and we be off,
It
but
be
then
because
she
of
be
you.
like, you gonna blame everything on me all the time?
Yes,
Why?
because it be you.
Ashley. Oh,
Like,
please.
I'm like, I'll tell you.
So you trying to tell me when I help you or when it's my turn that you receive it, that you just be like, oh yeah, cool, cool, cool. Is that what you're trying to say?
I done got a
Absolutely
lot
not.
better.
But it's just not just me. Be honest.
All right,
Thank you
it
very
might be
much.
me.
We listen. We both gonna take accountability for our actions.
All right,
Correct.
all
All right. Also, so no, that's I already told them kind of like make sure you got somebody. Like everybody should have somebody that can help them through situations, like a partner, like your friend, like somebody you ain't gotta question, like you just know for sure. And like we was talking the other day, and
right. You
she was,
invalidated my feelings. It was cool. She came back from it.
excuse me,
You invalidated my feelings
why did you have to start it like that?
because that's how we got to
Okay.
where we getting to.
Anyway, so basically, healthy boundaries, healthy relationships. We realized like when Ashley was, I think I don't know if we talked about that or not. Where you was like you was at work and you ain't
Oh
never had
yeah,
a healthy relationships. So we had talked about that, and then like we have deep conversations and we learn each other. However, one time she was like, I need somebody, or like I want a person, and I'm just like, go to God. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I cut it off because I'm like, I know how she can go. She can go down a rabbit hole just like me, and I felt like she, no, stop. You don't need that. But then we had a conversation, and she felt like I invalidated her feelings, which I did because in that moment I didn't really know what she needed. However, then I had a moment where I'm like, I
a
need y'all.
person.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just need somebody here. I need like, hey, can y'all come? And she came, and then that's when it kind of like clicked, like, oh, that's what she mean. And then we had the conversation. She told me how she felt, and I know moving forward how to handle her, like hear her out, just like she do me. I don't give a dang if I'm going in circles over and over and over again. Like I said before, she got me, so I just know now to like, okay, what you mean?
Yeah.
Let me know how you feeling. And I feel like that's important in relationships, friendships, relationships, family ships, whatever, cousinships, whatever. It's important to have that conversation, have that open dialogue, and know what a person needs and make it healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't invalidate somebody's feelings. Like, y'all really, it's tough to like take accountability for like, dang, I did do that. But once you
You
do it,
didn't
it's
do it on
better.
purpose.
I
You
know.
had a good reasoning behind it, but I think that a lot of times people in society has told us that we're not supposed to yearn for
Yeah.
that connection of like person to person. You're supposed to be alone. You that's good. You strong. You can do it by yourself. Blah blah blah. I'm
Right.
not saying that like God ain't doing it by yourself, but you get what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you need person to person. That's how we had that conversation of
It
like
was
we were designed
crazy.
to have a
You know,
person.
listen, this is how
That's
she
how we were
explained it. Not to
created.
cut you off, but this is how she explained it to
Do
me. And
that
I
all
was
the
like,
time.
oh, please, Ashley. So look, because you didn't explain the whole thing. So now I got to.
Okay.
So basically, when she said she needed a person, I'm like, no, you can be alone. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, God created Adam and for 7 days, and then he took a Adam's rib and created Eve. So he was alone, but God intended us to have somebody. Like, even if it's not a intimate partner, you just have to have somebody that is connected to you. Y'all connected to where y'all are there for each other and go through situations together.
This
Now
one real hair,
Eve,
y'all.
yes, it is.
It
It's
ain't
my
a
favorite.
360 bundle or whatever they call it.
It's most definitely real hair. We can see the grays. You know, it's
Hey,
okay.
people ask me, do I put that tinsel stuff in my hair? The kids be putting in their hair,
No,
and I'm
no.
like, why would I do that?
She's low key old and she has gray hair, but we're gonna leave that there. Don't even start. Don't start. Don't start. Please don't. Anyway, you see, you messed it up where I was at.
Okay.
See that? You see how people? No, I'm just playing because I be cutting you off too. But no, I'm just saying, like, everybody should have somebody. Like, and if you don't, I encourage you to like
Find your safe
reevaluate.
space.
Yeah, and reevaluate your friendships, reevaluate your relationships, and find or know which person is best for that. And like you said, like in our when we talked about being partners, it's like we I'm her safe space, she mine, and we know it's open. We ain't gotta hide nothing. Like, hey, this is what I'm going through, and we talk through it, or sometimes figure it out, or sometimes don't.
I'm talking about she didn't see me bent over, ball and cry. Like, I didn't have nothing else to give. Everything I had was on the table, and she just did her thing. So it's like,
Like,
okay.
and it was just natural. It was like, oh, boom, boom, kicking in. Okay, I got you. And it's been like that for me too. When I couldn't do nothing, like today,
Mm.
I had a moment. I had a situation, and instead of like crowding me, it was like, okay, I'm gonna go slow. I'm gonna text her, and then I'm gonna go slow. Like, hey, what do you need? And okay, well, just let it out. Let me have some of that because it was a lot. It was a lot. But anywho, okay. So I think we were talking about also what I wanted to talk about was how people like sabotage relationships because they don't know how to love or know what love feels like or how to receive it. And it's just crazy. Like, how could we explain to people how to like do that? Because I know from trauma in childhood or
I mean, so for
that
me,
it's hard.
with us as a product of like a parent household, like I was given and shown love at a top tier rate. So my the way I give it, my expectations of it are different
Turn
from
this a little bit.
somebody, or it's different from somebody else.
Yeah.
So like I had to understand that the way I come off, the way I handle things is going to be totally different from you.
Right.
And then we had to both be honest in what those were and find a way to meet in the middle with that. Like what makes you feel seen, what makes me feel seen. How can we be there for each other, but also still respect the boundaries that we need from each other? Because even though I grew up like that, there are certain things about me that I'm like, I don't like that subject
Right.
or this thing touched in that manner. Like
Right.
you got to slowly get to that part or whatever. So I do the same for you because it was like, okay, I understand your boundary is apples, mine is bananas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but we both still have a boundary to something. So I handle you that way. So that
Yeah.
way you can handle me this way. But I tell people all the time, you teach people how to treat you. So
Absolutely.
like, if the offense happened, address it. That does not mean you're being mean or blowing up or whatever. It's you're letting them know, hey, that didn't feel good,
Yeah.
and I don't like it. How can we make it not feel this way again? And
Right.
that's what we had to do with each other.
And not just take it and
Like,
actually speak up. You know what I'm saying? Like take it and harbor it versus like, no, okay. If it's too heated in the moment, wait a second, but we need to address it so that way we don't let this linger. And then it turn into something else. When you should always be able to have a conversation with your person, your friend, whoever, and be honest
yeah,
and take the accountability and agree to disagree sometimes. It's like
definitely,
that. And like we was talking about how to receive love, just coming from two different backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? Like you had a two-parent household. Mine was different. You know what I mean? And I felt like love at one point was a learned behavior. And I didn't know what love really felt like. So I learned what love really felt like when I experienced the love from God. That's how I really learned how to love my kids properly. I learned how to love people. And once I felt that love, I just wanted to give it to the world. Like, I didn't care who I came in contact with. It could be a stranger. If you looking crazy, I want to make you smile, I want to make you laugh, and all of the things. However, with our friendship, I didn't really know how to receive that because I'm used to loving
giving
on
it.
like yeah, loving on everybody versus getting it back. I'll go home depleted and just find a way to rebuild or fill myself back up just so I could give that love again because I feel like that's what God put me here for. However, in our friendship, she literally like kind of walked me through like let me
We
in.
legit did the five love languages test. Like, I wanted to know how to love
Yeah.
you. Like,
Yeah.
people think that that's weird. Like, oh, y'all,
But it's not.
everybody thinks everything has to be done by an intimate relationship, and they don't. Like,
Facts.
friendships are harder and the same work as a intimate
Absolutely.
relationship.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
if
Yep.
you do it right, I
Yeah.
would say. So it's like, okay, I need to learn how to love you. I need to see it on paper so that way I can understand it, and then
Yeah.
you see mine on paper
Same.
so that way it's the same because you naturally love the way that you
Right.
show it, but that might not be what that person needs, which could be the barrier of a disconnect as well, because
Makes
you're not
sense.
seeing what they're saying because you're loving them this way, and they're like, "I love you," and it's like, but that love don't feel good to me.
Exactly, and it still make me feel alone. Like mine's is
Mm-hmm.
one sided. Like we was talking about, like reciprocation. I'm like, that's the wrong way. You're like, no, it's not. And now I understand. Like, no, it's even if I don't love you the same way that you are loving on me, at least I'm giving you what you need. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And then so even kind of going back to the you need somebody. Like God didn't intend us to be alone, but like you were saying before, society makes it like, oh, it's cool. You can die alone type thing. But
Yeah.
you came in the world, you by yourself, you leave by yourself. However, in life is an experience, it's a journey, and God wants you to be okay. Even like when we was talking, I'm like, I want to be whole. And sometimes how you become whole is by finding the other person that makes you whole. Two halves make one whole.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless if that's masculine and feminine energy, or feminine energy and feminine energy. And to the people who are like, the men, masculine, it's just love is love, and whatever you need, whatever your person is, like. And some people may not agree because some people, the Bible says don't do this, don't do that.
Hey,
However,
the Bible tell you not to do a whole lot, but
and
here
people
we
do it
are.
anyway.
So
Yeah, and at
put that
the
in
end
your
of the
pipe and
day,
smoke it.
facts. But then think
That's a
about,
hill I'm willing to die on, but that's another episode.
yeah, we're gonna leave that there. But I will say this: Jesus was manifested from love. God wanted to give us love, and He gave it to us in human form, and that's Jesus. So my thing is, if Jesus is love, and He was sent here to teach us how to love, it should matter
I
who
tell
you
people all the
love.
time, how dare you be more offended than God? Because He still wakes me up every day, and I like
Absolutely,
what I like. So how
facts.
dare you
That
be
makes
offensive?
sense.
Not
That
saying her
makes
because
so
she
much
loves me for who I
sense.
am, but
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like when people get
anybody.
offensive that way, I'll be like,
Yeah,
so you better than God? Because He cool with it.
facts. And see, and that
Like
even go back to like you self sabotaging. Like you may need the love that I have to not necessarily complete you, but teach you how
sometimes.
to, yeah, how to love or to receive it, or teach you like a lesson in life or
No, for real.
whatever.
I tell people like past relationships, like my last one, that's the longest I've ever like stayed with somebody like through it all. Because I'm quick to be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
move around. But
Same.
what it taught me was how to follow through with love. Like you said, you want to be whole in a relationship. Y'all gonna go through ups and downs. You might lose your job or hell get hurt. So
It
anything
could
could
be
happen.
70, 30, 80. You know what I
One
mean?
in
Like, yeah,
99.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, the last year of my relationship, it was 99. I carried 99. She carried one. But when you do your one right, that one matter. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Most
Like,
definitely.
and you can't run away from a relationship like, oh, we're gonna break up and move out from each other because I lost my job and I don't want to put that on you. No, you're supposed to get that to me. Like, if I love you the way that I say I do, give it to me. Like, I'll find some place to put it.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta hold it.
It's
Every
hard.
gift you giving, you
I
don't have to
mean,
take what you need,
yeah, but
leave the
it's
rest.
hard. It's hard to give somebody that, like earlier when you was like, give something, like I can't. Like I don't want to put that on you. You know what I'm saying? However, when we went through the process, I'm like, okay, let me let this out. And I was lighter, but I didn't feel like I transferred the energy to you.
Mm-hmm.
And so going, like when you was talking about the relationship, like I didn't been through a lot of trauma when it comes to love from men, family, friends, all the things. So it's hard to like actually,
Yeah,
love
I know what you're saying.
wholeheartedly, if that makes sense, or not wholeheartedly, because when I love you
To
wholeheartedly.
accept
However,
love wholeheartedly.
yeah, and trauma bonds will keep you from getting what you actually need because you feel like this way. Like for example, when I was younger, or when we younger, they'd be like, I whooped you because I loved you, because I love you. And then I didn't realize when I got older, going through domestic violence relationships, I didn't leave. I didn't leave because it's like, oh well, this is normal because this person loved me. We love each other. So sometimes we have to have those situations when that's not necessarily, well, that's not true.
Yeah, you don't need to let
FYI,
nobody beat on
that's
you
not healthy.
ever.
Literally. And I felt like that because that's what my trauma was, and it was like that was the bond that we had. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? And
I
that's
mean
it was
that
horrible.
whole like I love you because I love you. Essentially, it is true. Like sometimes what you did was so egregious that you needed to feel me in that moment.
Yeah.
And that feeling you'll remember that forever.
Yeah.
So it's like but you got to tell the whole story, and I feel like that's what turns it into trauma. Is that you don't have the conversation of like, yes, I did this, and yes, it is out of love, but this is why I had to love you in that fashion.
Yeah.
Instead of just giving it and not explaining it, and that's just open communication. Period. Like if people could communicate better, life would be so much sweeter.
It's so crazy because one thing that I can say I had to really take accountability for, not even just when I was in the depressed mode in that space, even before that, God had been showing me things that I wasn't like really good at, if that makes sense. And I wasn't like, I guess I was taking accountability. However, I thought certain stuff was right. And it wasn't like past relationships. Everybody wasn't wrong. It wasn't always the other side. I played a part in that too. And I got to accept responsibility. Even after those relationships, if I couldn't in those moments, I had to learn from them. Each one of those taught me something. So I got a question for you. All right, if I can find it. All right. What does healthy friendships look like to you now? Like, especially after all the stuff we've been through. I know that you got other friends and all the things. I feel like our relationship has been harder because I feel like your other friends would allow you to do that. You know what I'm saying? They know you well enough to know she got me. However, even though we've been friends over 10 years, it's still like
you're different. Like your level of independence is different. Like each one of my friends are different because all of my friends are hard. But you get what I'm saying? Like some of them is easier to be like, okay, I can break through this way. I gotta drag you by your lashes, okay?
I don't even wear lashes no more. I just put them on sometimes for this, or sometimes when I'm out. So,
what was your question?
So look, she don't need another question now. See how people don't listen? Healthy relationships, you listen. Active listening. She's not actively listening, guys. What I said was, what does healthy friendship look like to you, especially like after what we've been through? Because I feel like we both been learning a lot from this, and not even just for us, but in general, like with anything, honestly.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like
for me, now knowing what I know, like doing what I do, it gotta be equal. It gotta be we both gotta be mutually respected in our ideas, our thoughts, our feelings. I need to be able to feel safe, like I can, whatever it is that I'm saying, no matter how crazy or outlandish it is, I need to be able to say it because sometimes you carry so much weight because you try not to say that thing because you don't want nobody to judge you or make you feel stupid for just that feeling. It could be a short term one, but this is how I feel right now. So if it has those things, then I'm good.
Yeah. So
I don't need a whole lot.
So for the other people, like just know
communicate.
Yeah, communicate for sure.
Reciprocate to your person. Like the golden rule we taught as kids: treat others how you want to be treated. Mm-hmm. Literally do that.
Yeah.
Like,
and then give each other space. And in the time where your person is not, or your friend is not where she normally is, stand in the gap. Mm-hmm. and be that other part to, like, I'm not gonna let you fall to her. Just like God, I say, do what you're gonna do. God is the cushion. You know what I'm saying? Don't even be afraid. If you fall, know that He gonna catch you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like He most definitely allowed us to be, you know, like that, and also knowing that He got us. You know what I'm saying? Separately, wholeheartedly, together. You know what I mean? Whatever. Like, I feel like people are assigned to each other before birth, and I feel like we was assigned to each other. Like, stalker. I run her life and she know it. I'm not a stalker. Yes, I do, Ashley. Anyway, yes, I do, especially now. All right, so we're going to switch gears.
That's it for today's episode of This is the Real Hustle. If something hit your heart, share it, tag a friend, or just sit with it. Remember, this hustle is not about performing, it's about becoming. Life is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. You can follow the show at The Real Hustle Pod, DM me, and tell me what your this is. I see you, I'm praying for you, and we're walking this thing out together, one conversation at a time.